Howdy, Jaako. How's things? I've had a rough week, and I need a bit of a shoulder to lean on. And you happen to have some of my favorite shoulders, and arms, and face, etc. So, after we brought Nia back here to rest, we had to fight Gregor as part of my deal with the Black Sabers. You want to see my tattoo? No? Anyway. Sloan was my representative in the fight, which is good because that guy was a badass and way above my pay grade. It was a close fight, but Sloan basically cut him in half at the end. The crowd turned against us. Apparently Gregor was pretty popular. Harding had to squirrel us back to the boat, and we fled the city. You didn't seem too happy to be setting sail on Hallows Eve, especially with the blood moon in the night sky. I wasn't too worried because I feel very safe when you're around. But my shit luck held true. Something started banging on the hull of the boat. In the middle of the ocean. Go figure. Outside there were hundreds of bodies floating in the water, with ghosts hovering about and a woman singing a siren song somewhere in the distance. Your boat turned towards the sound, getting lured in by the voice, that also called Auric into a trance. The iridescent dancer led us to another ship, drawing Auric on board towards a ghost woman, singing at the bow of the boat and ignoring everything else. He then dragged Sloan into the captain's chambers and started reading from some creepy book about how all the crew died. Ugh, I'm sorry I doubted you. Saros tried some exorcist shit to get rid of the ghost, but that just pissed her off. She turned and screamed at us. Turns out she was a banshee, and that scream packed a real punch. Saros and I both crumbled into a damn heap. When we woke up, Auric and Sloan had gotten rid of the banshee, and the boat was littered in torn apart corpses. We ran, but that thing that wiped out the crew followed us. It was a bodak that commanded the ghosts to possess the corpses around us. We managed to stop that, but Jaako, I saw my wife. I know she's long gone, but it looked like her spirit was there. I shook it off. It wasn't her. But when I turned to help everyone, I locked eyes with the bodak and I died. It seems it killed Saros too, but the ferryman of the sticks gave him a reprieve. Lucky for both of us. He's the only reason I'm sitting here talking to you. Now this next part's a little bit fuzzy on account of my deadness. As far as I've gathered, the gang went to Koralhofen and found this rude yellow monkey called Sips, who helped them get a diamond to bring me back, which I am so thankful for. I definitely didn't want to be where I was. Maybe someday soon, I'll be ready to tell you that tale. Boy, waking up and seeing everyone again was the happiest moment I've had in a long time. Though I was a bit concerned about how quick they found a new furry friend to replace me. I know you and Sips didn't get along well. His magic is pretty wild, and, well, you know that, obviously, with the old gender swap he hit you with. You looked great, by the way. Anyway, we entered the Crystal Forest and helped look for Sips' friend Sneeze. We found him caged by some insane woman who had control over just a whole lot of hands, and a knight clad in dark plate. That knight threw Sloan around like a bull tossing an anemic rodeo clown. Lucky for us, I'm back, and with a new arm to boot. I shot the lady, which knocked her out, but then she disappeared, and the knight ran off. I don't know if we would have survived if it had kept fighting. Now we're left to pick up the pieces in town. Nia tried to chase after the knight, who turns out to be Aaron, the guy she's been looking for. She was devastated, then furious, blaming Sloan for attacking him. We told her to calm down, which, in hindsight, is never the right thing to say to someone who needs to calm down. She lost control and turned into a goddamn dragon. Apparently this is the second time she's done it with us, but nobody tells me nothing. I managed to calm her down after she hurt the others a lot. But she wasn't the only one with transformation problems. Sip's monster arm seemed to spread up his neck. He wasn't particularly happy with that.
Hey! Hey, fuckface! Hey!
Well, Sip stuck around for a minute. Pretty sure his little friend cheated me in cards while I was distracted by Nia's story. Sneeze pulled a card from this deck he found and made parts of the forest come alive. I took a little time away to get my bearings when Sips came to check on me. Who knew he had such a soft side? We made up again with the others, where Sips tried to make a wall with magic, but disappeared instead. He did come back a moment later, soaking wet. Not quite sure what happened there, but I ain't gonna ask. Sips has a bad enough temper dry. Nia sat with us and explained the dragon thing, but seems to be missing some key memories.
All right, Sneeze and I are out of here. Use those fancy rings we found, and give me a shout if you find Kinora, so I can finish her off for good. Peace! I'm out!
See you on the trail, Sips. Well, as I was saying, I have some trouble sleeping, what with the nightmares from my time below. Auric kept up the trend of unpredictable magic and accidentally wiped out all the plants around town. We left in a hurry after that. Nia and I tried to translate some of that Ehrenfeller's journal that she's always looking at. I got a little somewhere with it, until Nia got overcome by some evil energy and started puking devil sand. I snapped the book shut before it got too out of control. We spent the night in a long gully. Thankfully, I finally got some sleep thanks to Sloane. She's sweeter than she looks, and plenty understanding. While I was out, them half-elf, half-spider monsters came to our camp and gave Auric a gift. There's a person wrapped in web and a jar of ooze. Fucking creepy. And then even worse, Auric sucked the body into a portal or something with his magic, and I guess now he's allied with the spider people. I say again, fucking creepy. I do not want to see any more spiders, and I want that man to let us get a good night's sleep for once. Anyway, we got to Altland and it was a mess. Them poor people had been hit by a dragon. Though some got lucky and survived. We got told the warden saved them, but he seemed a little too skittish to have fended off a dragon cult. And he had this creepy crow with him, had him spooked. He was talking to himself. Gave me a bad feeling. We're heading to the divination pool soon. Apparently another party from Dustfall was already on their way. Looks like I will be making good on my promise to the Black Sabers, at least. Suppose that'll make Rianne happy, hey?
Oh, God. Rianne. That woman is never happy.